Hello and welcome to part 2 of my traveller's notebook. So in the last episode I made the 3 books and showed you the cover. So today we're going to just flick through what's left of my Lottie Loves Paper August kit and make a couple of pages up ready for the first couple of days of the holiday. And then I'm gonna get a kit together to take with me. As we travel quite light, we only ever take hand luggage with us. We don't put any luggage in the hold, so we are sort of restricted by how much we can take, and I can't take scissors with me either, as I only take hand luggage on. So I do have to try and prepare lots of stuff before I go. And so that's what I'm going to do today. Usually when I make my travel journals to take with me, I use one of the mini album patterns tutorials, which usually they tend to have a lot more sort of like flaps, pockets, tactile things already sort of in them, and they just need matting, which is quite easy. Whereas this I've found I think is going to be quite a bit of a challenge for me because it hasn't got those elements already in there, and I'm going to have to make them on the go a lot of the time. So I'm just going through, as I said, what the scraps that I've got left from the August kit and the 6x6 paper pads, and just making up a couple of pages just to start with. So as you can see, I haven't got much left, many of the papers left from the August kit now, so I'm just using the scraps and just trying to use up what I can to make these pages up. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to make a little pocket at the bottom. So first of all, I've cut the size down, and then I've scored 3 of the sides at 1/2 inch. So I made the width of the pocket an inch bigger than the page itself, so that I could then allow for 1/2 inch either side. And then I miter the corners off across the crosshairs, and it just gives you a nice neat pocket that sits nice and flat in the book itself. So as I said, I think I'm going to have to do a lot of this on the go, because I do collect, whilst we're there, I collect everything from receipts to business cards from cafes and restaurants and things we go into. I pick up all sorts of all the ephemera that comes with travelling. And first of all, we're going to be going flying into Naples and travelling down to Castellammare di Stabia, which is quite near Sorrento. So we're going to be doing Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius, the Amalfi Coast while we're down there, and we've got lots of other plans. So yeah, these are quite active holidays we take in Italy, because we like to try and fit in as much as we can, and obviously explore as much as we can as well. And then we're off to Rome for 3 days, travelling up on the train from Naples to Rome for 3 days. Oops, I'm just going to stop my rambling there, because I just want to explain here what I've done. So I've put the pocket in along the length of the page, but what I did was I put it too near the seam in the centre, and so when I closed the page, it wouldn't lie flat because it was too bulky on the centre. So what I had to do was just move it away from the seam slightly, just so that the page would lie a bit flatter. So what I'm doing now is just making some card inserts to go in the two pockets, which means I get more real estate from those pages really. So I got a double-sided card on there, and I can even stick things to the actual page underneath the pocket as well. So at the end of this video there will be pictures to show you the whole kit as I am going to take it. I do add some pens, a tape roller usually, or a thin double-sided tape. Luckily the photos that print out of my Polaroid camera are sticky backed already, so I don't have to worry about sticking them in, but it's everything else that I take. Whilst we're away, I usually, especially in Italy, you find them quite a lot, is the old-fashioned stationer's shops that do the nice writing sets. So I usually end up with at least one of those, so I will have sort of extra writing paper if I wanted it, or another type of paper to add into the books as well. But I usually bring those home and use them if I am going to actually write letters to people, which isn't very often, but they do make nice letters when I do take the time to do that. So just sort of thinking about what I'm going to do for the next page. As I said, I don't do too many pages now. I stop in a minute, but I just wanted to get a couple of pages ready for the first day or two on these here now. So as I said, there will be photos at the end to show you everything I do, and I end up making some envelopes as well with my envelope punch board with some of the 6x6 papers that I can stick in and add business cards or any little interesting bits into as well, which will get stuck in at some point. So just while I finish matting this page and adding some embellishments, I'll let you know that when I get back off holiday and the notebooks are finished, I will do another video, a flip through of the pages, and just show you what I collect, how I journal our time away, and hopefully inspire other people to do the same. It's lovely to do it on the day. I usually sit down on the evening and just journal it whilst we're sort of like chilling after our day out, or maybe just before we go out in the evenings, and then whatever I sort of collect or take photos of in the evenings I'll do in the mornings when Rob's still asleep, because I'm very much an early bird even when I'm on holiday. So I just use that time to finish off any journaling that I haven't done and sort of add some little bits of embellishments and things, and then I usually just sort of like sit and read or catch up on the day's news on my iPad while I'm waiting for him to wake up and start another day of adventures. So I was just looking through, just seeing if I could like find any other papers I wanted on there, but in the end I decide that that's enough for the moment, and I'm gonna just add some embellishments, some stickers, and then call it a day. And obviously then just cut the papers down to size for the pages. So I'm not going to put them in, but I will just cut papers down to size just so that they're ready and I don't have to worry about not being able to cut them when I'm away. I love the little yellow car. We will be hiring, I think it's a Fiat 500 when we're over there. So I thought that little yellow car from the stickers was quite cute, but it wasn't showing up against the paper, so I've just mounted it onto white card and cutting around it just so I can mount it on there and it'll stand out that little bit more on the page. There we are, see? It just pops off just a little bit more then. The gold foiled stickers from the August kit seem to have been my favourite, and I think I've just about used all of those up now, as you can see from that sheet. I quite like those. They just add a different element to the page and just bling it up just a little bit. And that sticker there that you can't really see, it does say our story, so I thought, well, it's the start of our story, so I've added it to the top of that journaling card, and that'll be where our journey starts, so it's where the story starts as well. And just finishing it off down in the other corner with a little bouquet of flowers. So that's where I'm going to leave that for the moment. I'm going to, as I say, just have a look through the paper pads, the cut aparts, and just cut things down to size of what I want to take with me. So these are all the papers that I've now cut down to size. I've done some in strips and some slightly larger, sort of like page size, just so that I've got a nice variety. I've got some colours. I've put the kitchen paper in there because we do end up making a few meals. We go to the Italian supermarkets and buy some ingredients to make a few meals, and those lemon papers as well I thought were quite good, because I'm pretty sure down in Sorrento we will be seeing some lemon groves or picking our own lemons off some trees somewhere. And then these are just like the cut apart, some ephemera. I did buy a pack of the Pink Fresh Studios Simple and Sweet ephemera as well, which I've put in because I thought that they go quite nicely with the rest of the ephemera anyway, so I'm going to add those in there. And these Maggie Holmes Willow Lane rub-ons, which I got from Lottie Loves Paper, and I haven't even opened them yet, so I thought that would be an opportunity to use those. There's a few more of the cut aparts from the 6x6s. I'm just having a look, seeing which ones I think would sort of like go with our plans and holidays. And I go with the one that says you can totally do this, because I thought that would maybe fit in when we walk up to the top of Mount Vesuvius. And the other one is the now is the new later. And there's the sticker sheets, what's left of them, from the August kit as well, to go in. As I said, I do make some envelopes off screen as well, and you'll see those in the photos in a minute that I'll put up at the end. So that's me done for now, and I will see you all in a couple of weeks' time when I get back from Italy. Bye!